Welcome to The Rewind, an R News monthly podcast
where we discuss various different topics in the Bahamian society.
I'm your host, Jasmine Lundy.
I'm your co-host, Janae.
I don't like eggs enough.
I get the vibes.
Right, let's put that on a shirt.
By our last name.
Yeah.
This is The Rewind.
Welcome to The Rewind. Hello, everyone. It's our season finale, and we have some special stuff going on today. I'm your host, Janae, and we're here with our co-host, Jasmine Lundy. But before I continue, we have 6 more episodes for you to check out, so definitely go in the description below where our playlist link is and go watch those videos as well. Go binge watch them, just get your popcorn, do your thing. But it's also our Independence special,
Woo!
guys. Woo-hoo! Independence morning.
Dun, 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 dun. It's like a baby born that baby.
And guys, we have a special guest here with us. I feel like y'all ain't heard about him from in a long time, and we are the ones to bring him back. We're the ones, okay? And if you didn't know about him, you're gonna learn about him today because he's iconic in everything he did. But before I continue to, spill the beans, I'll hand it over to Jasmine and she can give us all the tea.
Okay, so in this segment, we are going to be introducing our special guest.
Yes.
The segment is titled Give Them Their Flowers, because I think in Bahamian culture we don't do it enough. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, we don't have physical flowers, but we're giving it to you, So we can't talk about Bahamian culture without talking about this very special person / group. When we talk about embodying what Bahamian culture is, this group comes to mind.
Yep.
The iconic, the once in a lifetime, I would say the starter of it all,
the trailblazers
here in the Bahamas, Collage Dem.
Woohoo!
And we have with us today co-founder of Collage Dem, Tyrone Burrows. Welcome on the show.
Welcome to our show. We're so happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me, actually. Thank you.
Yes. So,
I really like my tea, sorry.
Yes, he likes his coffee. It's okay.
So we have coffee for him today. But we treat our guests special.
Her.
So we have a special video that we would like for you to watch first off, and then we'll get into the conversation.
We'll discuss afterwards.
Oh, I didn't know he was okay.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at that video.
Yes. Producer.
Class and all that. And like, man, getting robbed. Yeah. On the back, you have to scale back on something. Everybody can have a gun. What? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuning into Ask Pedal. Wow. Anything you have, any questions you have about relationships or love, you ask Pedal, the love guru. You see what I'm saying? Roots. I still feel the same way.
Get it?
Okay.
Wow. Now, how does it feel to see some of those videos after so many years? What's coming back to mind?
I mean, especially being the kind of person that I am. I'm a closet introvert. Most people don't know, right? Like terrified of mics. You know what I mean?
I saw the look.
So on and so forth. So yeah, that it's surreal. It's surreal. You do it because you love it. I do it.
Right.
I'd actually say we did it because we actually love the country. We never did it. Yeah, we never did it because, one day we hope to be famous or anything like that. We did it because, we wanted other persons like after us to know that it can be done, especially coming from a government school. So, this.
I love The Office. Like that's. I looked at the camera. I love it.
No, the reason why, right? Because we would, we would sit down and I mean, mind you, we do have greatness that comes from, all walks of life in the country. But we know that, coming up that over the hill, we get beaten, battered a lot. If you come from a government school, there's something that persons would expect.
Right.
But to be honest, we didn't even do that to say that, okay, oh, well, we from government school, look at us. It was more like, we do this because we love it. Nobody going to pay attention anyway because, we're from the government school. The next thing you know, that everybody kind of latched on to it across the, entire country, basically. And we weren't ready for that. We were just glad that we did something right, I mean, and it's the rest is history because the background of it is actually in, like you said, BFM in church. We were doing youth productions and stuff, we didn't. There's a lot to say. There's a lot of history.
So what I want to know is, where did the name Collage Dem come from? What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, Collage Dem came after Stop Liking Man too, but we were around like 5 years before that. In 2005, what happened was every time we did production, she knows, like I said, I'm friends with her brother, older brother, you see, and we did these dramas in the BFM. And we realized that every time we were done with a production or a drama, there's that moment where you have all those rehearsals leading up to the event. And then after the event, everyone goes their separate ways during the summer. We always hated that. The last night and the last day of the party, and we also realized that I did cheat a little bit. I know we only have so much time. I don't know if I want to tell everybody what I mean by that. But you can let me know if you want me to.
Yes.
Okay.
I
was going to anyway. When I started doing the productions, I was already in college.
Okay.
Right? Just recently, I've started college, on the tail end of college, right? And, some of the guys were probably within their last year of school and, probably before that. So all of us were in the same arena. So I did understand things like case studies or, let's say, like a controlled group, like if you're doing research. The right name escapes me right now, but I realized that when we did productions at BFM, the people that were there, they represent a certain percentage of the population. So like, boy, they really like this stuff. It would be good if we could do this more often. And we were like, well, let's just do it outside of that. And then we formed the group. Some from the drama team there. The name Collage came from the actual French word collage, a group, a bunch of different pictures that make one big picture. One big picture, sorry. And from my perspective, it was based more on film. Like in film, these days, you see like the credits after film, like they get longer and longer and longer. There's more to this show than just you two sitting here. Like there's a whole team behind you.
Right.
That's a collage, and this is the end result. But you're nothing without the rest of the production team. Shout out to the production team. Remember me in paradise. Eh? Because so I always had more of a respect for behind the scenes.
Right.
And our, professional name Collage Dem is based on us making you look good. And that's what we always strive for ever since. Yeah.
So still talking about inspiration, what was some of the process behind the videos? And, you guys just saw a clip, and I know y'all saw a host doing a little thing in a uniform. She was doing a little thing.
Fun fact, I was actually in college at
that
time wearing my high school uniform.
She said, could you wear it? I was like, yeah.
That's even funnier. But some of your iconic like tags on everything. For years, even still to this day, I just remember like tags on everything. So what was the process coming up with these iconic videos?
Boy, wow, there's a lot to unpack.
Okay.
Because, all right, but we were making, at the time we were making fun of there was this bizarre time period back in, I think 2009 actually, before I stopped liking man too, where you would have just a group of persons all dressed exactly alike, and they had clothes with the tags on it, and we had never seen that before, you know, and you're like, but like, stop liking man, like be yourself, you know, and while that's like a multi-layered, you know, there's a multi-layered meaning to it. The bottom line is, like, do it be an individual. So the tags on everything part of it, that wasn't planned. We were done with something at church that day. For some reason we had, I think this is after Sunday, and we ate at, it was Bennigan's at the time. Don't ask no questions. We don't want people to know no age. That's not important. There's a place called, it was in the mall yard. Can't even say galleria no more.
Oh, that sounds familiar, you know.
Yeah, it's
and
almost ringing a bell.
Y'all stop acting like y'all don't know what Bennigan's is. Yeah? Out back, we was in the mall of Marathon Yard. Everyone know what the mall is.
Yeah.
And if you look at the first one that we did, it was under a tree. It's almost entirely under this one tree. Excuse me. Close to the, you know, and we just had a camera that day, and we just pressed record, and we made fun of people doing that. Putting their pants in their socks. Everyone was doing it for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
And we didn't know where it came from, because there were no rappers in '09 that were doing it. We did not know. I don't even think it was a Jamaican. I don't think
I'm trying to figure out.
Vibes Cartel wasn't doing that. We were like, where did this come from? Nobody knew. We just knew that a bunch of people were doing it, and you know, and we made fun of them, right? So, but everything else was improv. And
that
Glenn,
skill.
right? And Glenn just said tags on everything, and of course you had the you know, the stuff like in my with some meme now. We didn't even know what a meme was. That didn't exist.
Oh my god.
You know,
wow.
And the whole song and everything, a fan did that. Yeah, and he created a beat with just that part. And then we used that as the intro for the second one that we did, the sequel to it, in 2010, and that's what blew up. Wow. So we didn't even do that on our own, you know, and that's back to the spirit of Collage Entertainment. You know, the brand itself, Collage Entertainment, we need people to do these things. It was a producer who did that.
So you did mention before the point of it, you know, you guys just wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
But there still seems to be a message behind it. Do you think as time went on, you started to more so add message, like you mentioned just now, individuality was something you wanted to get out?
Right, yeah,
like
that was always the bottom line.
Yeah, you guys started advocating, but through humor. You think that's how you guys did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was definitely it, for the most part, especially on my end. Like, persons would ask, okay, when you guys going to do a stop like in my 4 or 5 or 6? I was like, oh no, this ain't the Fast and Furious franchise.
Tell me about it.
They're making plenty money, but but my thing is, what happened was after we did Stop Liking Man too, right? What happened was so many persons they just like loved that. Other persons, you know, they were like, they got bolder and they got more courageous, and they started creating their videos and stuff. And I told someone before, I say we haven't made any because we don't have to anymore. You have people doing that already, you know. Like, look at the internet now. Like these days, it's like it's done. People already sending these messages out, you know, about the things that they don't like. So we did what we came to do, and then we left. But everything that we do does have some sort of a, you know, message or social commentary behind it. Especially if I have anything to say about it. So I'm not so much interested in how to make Bahamians laugh or people laugh, but more so interested in why they laugh at it in the first place.
I love that.
Otherwise, you're just trying to do the same thing over and over and over, and I don't like that. You know, so
makes sense.
Yeah, so that's basically it, and that's where like Hello Monday came from, like the Hello Monday thing with the series of sketches and all of that. You like Chappelle Show. You come from that generation.
So what was like the highlight of your journey with Collage Dem? Like, maybe when would you say, oh yeah, I think we made it.
Yeah, like things popping off.
Yeah.
When we did the Get Charlie film, this was This was in 2012, and I have to re-upload it. I did have it, for free on the on our YouTube channel, but this was an unsponsored event that we had where we were sold out both nights at JFK, Gallery at JFK, with like no sponsors or no one for the promotions or everything, just fans came out to watch it, and it was a full length feature, and people couldn't believe it, the kind of support we were getting, and to see the poster and the glass, and it wasn't just. Even Galleria thought that, you'd sell the tickets and all that stuff for that, but they don't really come out, yada, yada, yada. We made plenty money for them at the time.
Wow.
Because at the time, it was mainly, they take 50-50 or you buy the place out for, I think, but however much it was at the time. And they gave us 2 of their weakest nights and not the weekend. And we told them, well, you make it yet Wednesday and Thursday. No, I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday, one of the 2. And we only had a set time as opposed to a regular run time.
Right.
And that night they didn't have space in the place. Yeah.
Wow.
The minister at the time, who was supposed to come there and give like the opening, whatever, that formal thing the Emirs like to do. We're like, yeah, enough of that noise. You have a red carpet for the people who buy tickets.
Right.
We sell,
Wow.
sold DVDs. So that was for them. It wasn't for the actors and all. Nobody know who you is. Like, what you want a red carpet for? They won't watch the movie. And he decided that he was going to run late, and I was like, yeah, tell them run the thing. You have people who pay for it to come and see it. And when he came, he didn't have anywhere to sit. He had to stand up.
Wow.
Yeah, this was 2012. And that was when because that's what is always was. That's why we formed the group in the first place. We love film. We really, really love film, and I love the process of film. And when we got to that point where persons just wanted to see what we did just based on them liking the material and not being bombarded with the marketing, I was like, wow.
But I kind of how, I guess, your attitude, because I know a lot of people with something that isn't already commonly done or known. You guys started these social media videos and they became viral. But I liked how you said, we did it and let other people come on the scene now. Normally people were like, okay, well, we're the first to do it. We want to continue doing it. We don't want nobody
Like
take our
Soulja Boy,
shine.
he's the first.
Yeah,
He's the
like
first.
I'm the first, and nobody could, I love that. You saying no, but some people are like, some people try so hard. And we see it today, even celebrities. They try so hard to continue their momentum, and they're so afraid when new talent comes on the scene.
That's how you end up on Skid Row.
Yes, and I love that. That seems to not be the case with you guys. You were never afraid when new talent.
Nobody loves me no more. Then they start up and and they trying to get people to like them so much, and then they start getting upset when somebody else doing it, and you see them complaining all the time, and Mona is like, you don't do what you had to do.
Exactly.
And another thing.
Keep it going.
Sorry, but
No problem,
another thing. I find it refreshing that, but maybe you're not telling us, I don't know. But it seems as though there's also no resentment for how easy it is to do, in a sense, like with technology,
right,
to do
exactly.
today what
Yeah.
you've done when we didn't have what we have today.
Right, yeah, there's none. I call YouTube the grand equalizer on social media. Now, I would... You talk about the inspiration and all of that. One of my main inspirations at the time was based on the fact that, okay, if I hadn't met Glenn at the Youth Alive thing in 2004 the first time, we wouldn't have Collage Entertainment. I was a part of a movie what was supposed to come out that never went anywhere. It was a complete waste of my time. And I had missed 1 or 2 opportunities being a part of this thing, and then all my life I was like, I want to do something for BFM, the Youth Alive. That was the thing back then, and I had this opportunity. But we don't talk about that one. That one is not the best thing that we've ever done so far. Don't worry about that. We're talking about that. It's the start, right? And I had an issue with the fact that there were guys before us who had access to certain things back then. I call them the old guard. And what they did is they used that exposure and whatnot to try and keep persons like us down.
Gatekeep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of those were men.
Of course.
And what happened at the end of the day, we had this mentality where it was like, let's just do a good job. We weren't like celebrated, you know. We always had this mentality too. We were the outcasts, the misfits. Most of the guys were persons that were like
The popular.
expected. Yeah, you know. So we call ourselves the mercs, the mercenaries. Call us to do a job, we do what we have to do, and we dip. You know what I mean? Like we ain't trying to stick around and have you know what I mean? No. And what happened was, oddly enough, the Bahamas ended up celebrating us instead in 2010. And it's like, wow. But again, that was because I had this mentality, because I was a part of that project that wasn't going anywhere. Because the person was kind of guarding it so tightly, and then was kind of, you know, whatever that was. I had this thing where anytime if I were to release a poster or something like that for a film, even if it doesn't come out immediately, I will finish that project, because I don't want to represent this, what I'm experiencing here, to somebody else after me. You know? So every time Sawyer Boy, like when he told me, he said, yeah, you guys are da 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 da, and I was like, and he was like, you know, like glad to meet me, and I thinking like, wow, the Sawyer Boy.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm still like that. I'm like that now. I walked in there, asked her. I walk in there like, wow, wow, you meeting y'all? Let's watch the video the other day. Like Jasmine, then wow, why you never been there before?
Me? But him, I swear.
Yeah, you know. They say
But-
you're your sister. And it's like, wow, she's your sister. Wow, I know. I related to her somehow. You know. But because it's a, you know, and I'd say that the most rewarding moment I've had, I've been this one time been more than once. I've been like say in a store or somewhere else, and then someone would ask, "Hey, you're the guy from yada yada yada." I'd be like, "Yeah, you know." And this guy, he said, "Hey, you all shaped my childhood." And I was like,
Wow.
What an honor.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
did
like-
you just
it's
drop?
like-
Like, cares?
"How old you expect?" And I only come there for like a soda and a dairy pie. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, but I don't even have the extra 5 cents right now. You know, probably not in the car. That's how my
Yeah.
material develops, like very natural, nothing moments. And because, see, okay, Stop Liking Man 2 was the biggest one with the tags and everything, and because we was niggas. That's over 10 years ago,
Yeah.
you know? And to still hear it
Yep.
and understand that somebody may have been 10 at the time and they're 20 now, I'm like, wow. And he's,
Yeah.
you know, he's staying out of trouble. I can't thief. Everybody know my face. So I have to kind of stay on a somewhat straight and narrow as best I could do. So it forces me to do the right thing. But yeah.
So because I know you said you guys were interested in film production.
Yeah,
Did it?
yeah,
did,
most definitely,
Did it
yeah.
open the doors in the way that you would have hoped? What was that experience like?
I know that it's an uphill climb for the Bahamas, but it was a huge step.
Right.
Like a lot of persons got bolder doing it. When I took somewhat of a break from the front lines at some point.
Okay.
To say, well, you know, just allow everyone else to do their thing, believe it or not. And again, like for me, it wasn't always strictly just comedy. It was always like a fusion
Right.
of those things. So we have done short films since then. We have a very like large library, believe it or not, catalog of stuff that they've done since.
Okay.
You know, there's certain things that I don't mention. I always love music first. So I did like a lot of the music. People don't know that, you know, or wrote some of the scripts for some of our more serious stuff. So we did a whole lot of things. It gave a lot of guys some of the bravery to go out and do certain things, to pursue those things as careers. You know, I mean, I just feel really good about that. You know, that they like. So if someone say, okay, I go and go do something, I say, yeah, man, come from Miami, go ahead, go. I want to do what I have to do here, you know. And we've done work for the U.S. Embassy. It was like about 3-4 years back to back. You know, they called us to do certain things, like public service announcements, the visa tutorial. You know, it's actually a bilingual one. You know, so yeah, like And those things you won't see those things on, say, just on any platform, because those are things that may run within an establishment or something like that. Now, one thing I will say though is it was a huge, a steep learning curve too, because that happened before YouTube was monetized in the Bahamas.
Right.
And then you have things like royalty and things that you have to consider. Right. Yeah.
Stuff, yeah.
We had persons who wanted to take advantage of that, right? And they didn't know that I had a legal background. So they just, and that's the other thing too. So I was always big on, unfortunately for some, I'm more into the business of filmmaking and the arts, and not so much just the arts itself, just like that, because I think that they complain too much and it's that ego thing. I'm not with that. I'm more into finding out how do you protect persons from some of the things that I experienced.
Right.
I love that.
When some of the bigger corporations just thought that, okay, they doing a sort of over the hill thing for the grassroots, they must be stupid. Yeah, let's get them.
Let's take advantage.
And they would, what?
Wow.
Someone was like, yeah, what we want you to do for our campaign, right? Any side, actually, is we want you to look at the camera and say this to this particular set of people. And I was like, oh, no, we ain't doing that. I said, wait, that's career suicide in the Bahamas. Y'all know that? You giving us land, property? No, go find a musical artist to sell his soul and go sing a song for you all or something like that.
Wow.
We always had a problem with the fact that every time we have something that we want to do artistically on entertainment standpoint, we want to throw a concert at it. But people love movies. That's the reason movies make money, right?
Yeah.
So there were a number of things that were very deliberate about the way that I do things. I'm strictly family friendly. I'd say probably like PG-13 for a reason. Because if everybody can't watch it, then I don't want to do it.
Right.
We have enough of that already, and that was something that I always held close, because that's what got us to where we were. If it's we want more than one generation to be inside to be able to enjoy something the same place at the same time.
Yeah, because I was a child when I started watching this stuff. So.
We couldn't send that to you if you was cursing, carrying on, or dry humping somebody.
I love that.
Right.
Because today a lot of people don't think about that. No. They think about the now, to sell it now, but how long will it last? How far can it go?
You may change. You may have your kids, your mindset towards it may change later on, maybe. And again, if someone does that kind of content, and who am I to stop them from doing that?
Of course.
It's just that when they want to get me to do it, I just normally like, no, like why? I know
that's
I
not
don't
who
know
you
why.
are.
Yeah,
right. You know who you are.
That's not what what the brand is about. It is what it is. But you've been having a blast considering. Yeah.
So is there like, I know you said you've taken a back step, you're doing ghostwriting and stuff, but like reunions are very popular, Is there any consideration about that? Maybe like a special video, something?
We did do a 10-year anniversary event that could have been bigger, and that's how you knew that the word was shifting as well, because with sponsors you can do a whole lot more.
Right.
So I won't downplay that at all. Excuse me. But definitely what we are doing is we're actually in the process of making we're coming back with the new season of Hello Monday. People, I can't leave my house without hearing about when you're going to do something else, when you're going to do something else. And then
excited.
It's coming.
Y'all need actors?
Like you could never have enough.
Let me audition.
You can't have enough. And we do have a secret project coming up. It's not, the secret is what it's gonna be about. But the name of the project is Stroke Man, and I know what could that possibly be about, considering what I just said about the kind of entertainment. Well, yeah, I know what I'm doing, so everyone will love it. And I don't really pull punches with content. I just don't like to be excessive, needlessly. So that's our most recent project, and there are a number of things connected to that too. So it's not just the film, it's all of the stuff leading up to that. and we may be considering an RBP release for the next election cycle, but we'll see.
Lord.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
So
we're
we
still
gonna
trying
be
to
doing
catch Rodney
TikToks,
Manca, so
you know.
yeah, see, that's another thing too. Like social media is this beast now.
Yeah.
Marketing is very
Yeah,
important. I have
yeah.
like great marketing ideas, but I'm just one guy, and that's what happened too. Like at one point, I had to realize that hey, you will need help, my friend. You know, and so I decided to do that for different entities. So it's not just the ghostwriting; it's other things too. So yeah, but everyone will know when they see it. Trust me.
Tyrone Burrows is coming back.
Right.
Well, he's never really left, but you're gonna see him more very
Yeah.
very soon.
Right.
You're gonna
Yeah.
see his face.
Yeah. The DJ Burrows guy that everyone's looking for. Yeah.
So our producer has been speaking a lot in our ears, and before we let you go,
Okay.
because we don't want to let you go, but we have to. We want to introduce you to a segment that we'll be bringing on after you, but we want you in this part.
Yeah,
Is
we
that
can-
making
we
sense?
can include you in it.
Right. So
Okay.
we're going to list like some things, topics from Bahamian culture, and we want you to tell us what your favorite thing from that category is.
This or that.
So Bahamian seafood.
Boiled fish and yellow grits.
I just had that yesterday
The
without
best.
the yellow grits.
I just
I mean,
had
any
the
grits,
one
but I
fish.
like yellow grits of volume.
Like, when did we turn against white grits? Like, when did that?
I was
Cultural
never a yellow grits
phenomenon.
We've been
fan.
slowly leaning more towards the Asian side of things for a while. And with the yellow grits, you have volume and substance. Only playing. Only playing. Only playing. Only playing. I love you, United States. You know,
Boy, you
only
good,
messing
boy.
around. Yellow grits a bit easier. It's the I think people like yellow grits because it's more filling.
Out east or out west?
Depends on the era. Back in the day, before WhatsApp, if you tell somebody you live out east, you were saying something. Like, I mean, like for real. You know what I mean? You, after I see how bad BPL is do out east, I mean, their current is go off like in the Christmas and thing. Don't even be like load shedding in the summer thing. I don't know what they do to them. I believe it's whoever in power at the time too.
Oh wow.
If the current going off through there, it's probably PLP in power at the time. And then, so I tend to lean more southwestern.
That's honestly me. Like, I'm definitely like a west. I've never lived in the east at all, so I never had to like go that way. Everything is west to me. All my favorite restaurants out west, like it's just
Out
pretty.
east used to be the thing. Like out east was it though. It was kind of still is, but for some reason I don't know what. We don't even know exactly like what happened.
What happened?
To the
I
change
think-
that.
I feel like the main thing
It's
people
still
say now
nice.
is traffic.
Right.
It's always been traffic
Okay.
because if I want to go for a drive to say catch myself,
Uh-huh.
I know that when I hit Gladstone Road and I reach past Fusion and I take that left,
Yeah, you just
you only see a Gold Central running nowhere. For some reason, they don't go down there.
Yeah.
Niggas don't rob it west. I don't know why, but when you go there, you get to just drive, and just get yourself in the traffic. If
Yeah.
you're going out east, unfortunately, it's
You gotta
not
go all the way
same.
out
A
Yamacroy.
little bit more dangerous, and with you, Yamacraw.
I think out east is like shunned now because like people will be like, "Where you live? Oh, out east, out east."
But I don't have.
I don't let you be trying to catch ride.
yeah. You just have to know what time to go out east and stuff. I mean, they probably will get mad at me, but I don't care. But one time ago, that was the case. So I was always out east, the place to be. Yeah.
Okay, so another food: pickled sausage versus salty. Pickled sausage versus salty. Why are you scared of your face like that?
Salty is the same thing, eh? Y'all trying to sing me?
It's
It's
not
salty,
not.
salty and hot sauce.
Yeah,
So
There ain't gonna be no
salty.
pickle sauce.
Yeah.
Pickle sausage is.
I don't know.
I
What
actually
even is
don't
that?
It
even.
probably tastes
it's-
okay, but I just never tasted
I've
it.
never
No.
had pickle sausage, but I feel like I've seen a lot of people eat it, but I've never had it.
I mean, it probably tastes good. I just know I ain't gonna pick
Yeah.
pickle sausage over the salty.
I ain't gonna never. I don't even care.
If I taste it and it tastes good, I can feel like I betraying the salty. You know, I say, but
And it ain't nothing like when you eat salty and then that weird feeling in your mouth because it ain't enough pepper. And you chewing that salami like y'all ever happen to y'all.
I don't like. It's like a filmy type of thing that salty leaves.
I mean, they have the thing around it. Some
No,
people,
not that, but like it's like I don't know if it's grease or something. Anyway,
it's grease,
uh,
but that's the magic, man.
yeah.
That's what
Right?
gives
Get
it the
grease in
flavor.
there. Yeah, you know what I mean? Pickle sausage, you treat that like someone you ain't money. You know, it's a side chick or something like that. So.
Okay, so this might be a controversial one. I know.
Oh Lord.
Rodney Monka versus Daryl Miller.
The woman there.
This is powerful. Me, which one I would
Which one you prefer?
Like to listen to.
Yeah, to
or-
listen to.
Yeah.
I have Rodney Monk is a guilty. I call him a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
He says what the country is thinking already.
Yes.
And Darren Miller, I could play out loud, and I'll leave it there.
Okay.
So it's one that I'd probably play loud, and one that I probably
You know.
I agree with. You know?
Okay.
So, I think I'll pick Ronnie. I actually have never really listened to Daryl.
Yeah.
I just really hear like little clips, Daryl Miller.
Yeah, and shouting,
like, shouting
and all of
things.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
But like
can't
I
say,
never
yeah.
sit down. Like when I drive in my brother's car, if
Yeah.
he'll pick me up from work or something, he listens to Rodney as well at times, and I'll just be listening. And like sometimes he legitimately making sense.
Sometimes.
But sometimes, but then like when he does this little crazy stuff or his antics, and it's like, what did he just say?
I would spend money to see Darren Miller and Rodney.
I would
Monk
love like
Oh
how they
my
have the
gosh.
versus battle. Like I would love that for like the radio show or talk show people.
Y'all
you see,
heard it here
yeah.
first.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
love.
if that
Copyright.
happened,
I would
credit
love.
Yeah.
the rewind,
Yeah.
Jasmine and
You don't
Janae.
have to. Like,
That's
you don't have to do anything with
That's
it. It
all
writes itself. Just
Yeah.
let them-
For real.
I just there to press record on the camera.
real.
Go ahead, but
Just
don't
let
say
them
nothing.
go off.
You don't need a script. Action. Go on.
Yeah.
What's the deal with
Mhm.
Grand Bahamians versus Nasuvians?
It's just like I don't
Did
get
someone
it.
just say "watch my mouth" through the door?
We have some grammar humans here, child.
What's the gain on this mic?
Honestly,
what's
I
the
don't- I
issue?
don't get the beef. I don't know.
I
Maybe it goes too far back and I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have some
Yeah,
comments.
it seems like he does something.
think my segment almost up, eh?
Yeah.
He's like, I
gotta get
y'all
that.
Yeah, I'm at
y'all
the
ain't
editor's
gonna trap-
mercy.
Y'all ain't
Ah.
gonna
You know
trap
what I
me.
mean?
Oh yeah, and she is too bad.
All
I can
they
tell you
is
that.
watch about just after like, man, I love Freeport, man.
We love Freeport over
Yeah,
here.
Freeport.
They
is
talk, but they
amazing.
talk about us bad though. They know that,
Yeah.
you know. But I love them right back. You know what I mean? I love them. But now I am upset with what they have not, and it's not the persons who live in Grandma who did this. It just seemed they do Freeport really bad. I feel I won't lie about that. Then when I heard that the bazaar isn't there anymore, I think they ripped that down. I said, because when we went there to do the Get Charlie release, because we had another release over there too. And again, thank you so much, Grand Vama, for showing up. They came out in
Wow,
droves. They didn't,
that's
you know.
good.
Went there, it was like a ghost town, and that was crazy for me. I was like, wow. You know, then they bulldozed it, and that was it. So I think they got a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have like a lot of. It's to me, I guess it's the entire country as a whole now. I think now everyone realize that all of us get treated like crap. Sometimes I'm not saying like from any entity in particular. Things just don't work out the way that I think they should. You know, and hopefully one day we'll get to that point. Yeah, so.
And on that note,
It's been so lovely having you here as our guest.
yes,
Again, thanks for
honoring.
having me.
Discussion was very interesting, informative, nostalgic, all that good stuff. But before I continue, I was supposed to say this in the intro. I hope the camera is zoomed in on me. Y'all see these like balloons in the back? So this episode was sponsored by Encourage Me Up, which is a balloon business. The tagline is inspiration on a string, because everything they do, they want to inspire you. So Encourage Me Up, if you didn't know, Encourage Me Up has 5 colors and 9 different theme options. For example, you are loved, you are strong, you are precious, you are protected. And the point of it is, it's a scripture-based balloon service. So on each of our balloons, we have you are and a word. And on the back of it, it's a corresponding scripture, and it's used to encourage you. So for example, if you have a loved one in the hospital and you want to encourage them in that moment, you can give them arrangement of Encourage Me Up balloon that says you are healed, or you are loved, or you are strong. And they can have it there because 1, it's beautiful, and 2, it can encourage them in that moment. Or you can just do it just because, a just because gift that you want to give your loved one, friend, an enemy, I don't know, whoever you want to do it for. But Encourage Me Up is there, and you can find them on Facebook and Instagram, Encourage Me Up Balloons, or you can contact them through WhatsApp, 242-424-2832. But we'll have the information on the screen for you. So definitely go and check out Encourage Me Up if you want an arrangement of beautiful balloons. Thank you for Encourage Me Up for sponsoring today's episode.
Yes,
thank you to Tyrone once again for being our special guest in our Independence special. It really was an honor being here, sitting with you.
I thoroughly enjoyed
looking up at you as a child, and now like you're here in this moment is
so
very surreal. Full circle.
Yes.
Love it.
And we hope to see you soon.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Like I said, just send a note so we can audition. Yeah. I trying to get my little acting chops in there. A little something.
Yeah, trust me, you guys, you love me so much.